All right, I just gave All That Breathes another viewing this morning. Just wanted to supplement the TikTok clip that I made. So here are a few additional comments about aspects of the film I don't think I covered as much, or maybe I did. I'll have to rewatch the clip to know for sure, but just a few additional thoughts. I didn't really say much about the sort of the political context of the original film, but it was taking place during, I think it was an election campaign of Narendra Modi, or maybe even not for him in particular, because I know they just had a campaign not that long ago, but some legislation was being passed that kind of really just inflamed tensions that were already high between the Hindu and Muslim populations, with, of course, in India, the Muslims being a pretty distinct minority and a kind of a very negatively perceived minority, even in a nation that's as pluralistic with all sorts of different religions and subcultures and ideologies. The Muslims seem to be very despised by many of the Hindus. And again, I'm viewing this from an outsider's perspective, just basically a person living in the West, taking in the news that is filtered to me. But yeah, I certainly pick up some of that from this film as well. That, it just adds to that sense of kind of almost futility and the perseverance that the brothers have to show as they go about their work. It's not just the fact that this is hard work, physically demanding, as well as the ever escalating number of injured birds that need their assistance, and probably many more birds that need assistance beyond their capacity, but they do what they can. It's not just the exertion and the toll that it takes on their bodies, on their psyche. It's the fact that so many other systems seem to be falling apart. I did mention the roughness of the neighborhood, the flooded streets, the kind of dismal kind of infrastructure conditions that exist within the city of Delhi, and the fact that society itself just seems to be on the decline. It's evidenced by the political tensions, the riots, the looting, the destruction of a Muslim sacred site, apparently so that they could put in an Indian temple. Again, cut me some slack. There may be some issues that I'm oversimplifying or maybe not perceiving in great specificity or exact certainty, but you just get the sense that just everything is kind of breaking down. That in that sense, all that breathes, all of us living creatures are in the same boat. Some, though, seem to be actively, working to capsize the boat, or at least undermine efforts to make it a little bit more seaworthy, as we tried our best to navigate through this perilous passage. So, there's just a lot of dimensions. So there's a lot of depth to this film. It is a glossy surface. I've seen some criticisms that think that this documentary may be a little bit too spiffed up, or that it's got a sort of a romanticization of some of the grime and grit and kind of the gutters that the society or these people have to live in. But I think it's basically just using aesthetically pleasing cinematic techniques to capture the images and kind of wrapping it in this very engrossing web of sound design. But it makes a pretty strong impression. I think this is a truly remarkable film, just like it says right there, remarkable, one of the best films of the year. I agree with that. So yeah, I've put the trailer over the top here while I've been kind of talking, to just kind of give you a little extra visual, distraction, something more than just my head talking to you. So I hope you've enjoyed this clip. I definitely recommend All That Breathes, available on the Criterion channel and on this lovely Blu-ray edition from Janus Contemporaries.